This is what we're talking about. We want to talk about the albums and kind of having two... You like that?
Yeah. It was
Sound
very...
effects.
Yeah,
Cheap sound effects.
Yeah, it was
mate.
very Bruce Lee.
Now, I wanted to ask, because having two musicians that make, obviously, you're not playing in the same band, it's pretty rare that you get people to talk to at the same time. And clearly you'll go about making your music very differently to each other. And I was just wondering, sort of, is that the kind of thing you guys ever discuss? And you sort of think, oh, you know, how do you start? Is it like, oh, I found this riff and then these words just came? Is it the kind of thing musicians discuss amongst each other?
When they have the time, maybe. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's times I do it. I find most of the time with catching up with friends, it's just like having enough time to actually talk about things other than, oh, what you been up to, and oh, when you're going on, oh, okay, you got into. So, you know, if we can get talking about songwriting, which is usually something that's kind of rare. I like to. I'm always interesting. I'm always interesting, but I'm also always I'm interested in, you know, seeing how other people do things. But I am, and I'm interested in you and your songwriting. So tell me about it.
I will.
Where's that?
Coming up next.
Well, tell us about the greatest hits, because that's your latest release. That's mine then. Tell us about the greatest hits. Did you get to pick it from the large catalogue that you have?
I mean, I'm grateful that we had enough songs to fill a greatest hits at this point, which is very cool. But it's really just all the songs. Other than we only left one song off. That was my very first single in the States. Yep. But everything else has been singles over there.
Why'd you leave it off?
It's like the bad haircut that really didn't need to be in a photo album, you know.
Because there is an interesting photo album in there. Yeah. John, care to whip it out?
Because we're just talking something about that whole, when you go back to some of your first material, the cringe value.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
In what way?
I reckon if I was at some of my first gigs, I'd either bust up laughing or I'd have to walk out in embarrassment, one or the other. I don't think it'd be really hard to actually watch one of my first gigs. That's just for me personally.
Was this back at Mojo's in
Oh
WA?
yeah, like Mojo's, I don't know. I just used to quay a lot, and I had some rants going on.
Really?
Rant.
Like what? About what?
I was an angry young man.
Really?
What were you angry about?
Oh, about video hits and
and how you weren't on it yet.
Stuff. There's enough stuff to be angry about, but yeah, I've chosen another way. Anyways, it's just looking in the past. You sometimes have to go.
Not so serious, John.
You just need to omit that part.
Right.
That doesn't have to be part of the greatest hits. I can relate.
Yeah.
Well, this is a great album, because you have a look at this. Here we go. Keith Urban as a young tagger. How old were you then? Holding up the guitar.
That is very cute.
7, yeah.
7. Was that when you first started to play properly?
I started at 6, and this was around about the time that I joined this group called the Westfield Super Juniors, which was like a little kids group that used to perform at the Westfield Shopping Centre.
Awesome.
Really?
Frank Lowy sort of did that.
That is such a show.
Well before Frank Lowy, yeah. It's interesting when you talk about going back to all that, because you were so motivated from the word go. You had photos with your idol Smokey Dawson, things like that, and you know, you're booking bands by the age of 12. Is it just music? When you just came out of the womb and you were like just playing anything you could?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's it. I never made a decision to do it. I was just always doing it, you know. So I'm really grateful for that.
Did you ever? It took a while for the success to really kick. Was there any point ever when you sort of thought, oh, maybe I should sort of have a backup plan, or did it ever cross your mind, or you just went, no, just 100%?
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, if I've got nothing to fall back on, then I don't have a choice. I have to keep going forward. I'm not big on the whole plan B thing. I think that's a bad idea.
Parents are good at making them for you, but that's bad.
Well, I was real fortunate to have parents that supported me right from day one.
Were they musicians as well?
My dad was a drummer.
Okay.
Yeah, when he was younger, and you know, I got to leave. I was 15, and I said, you can legally leave school at 15, so I'm out of here. And they supported it, you know. And I was already playing in a band on the weekends, and the band said, if you can get out of school, we can work during the week as well, on school nights, you know. So I'm real lucky I had that.
Had that support from your family.
Yeah.
It's integral.
So was it a similar situation for you?
I quit university to play next to a rubbish bin. And my parents were really...
Good move.
Yeah, I thought it was a career move.
You were on
Why
the
not?
path.
I was like, you know what? I don't really need to get my master's in fine arts. I could actually just go play next to the fruit and veg section
Right on.
at the Fremantle markets next to the rubbish bin there,
And tick them all off.
and just play a little bit too loud. And that's what I did. I ticked them all off, and it kind of galloped away very quickly from there into here we are at Byron.
That's right.
Yeah. So I all the time I had support from my parents. You know, it's not often that parents will support people leaving school to go play music, but
Next
we
to
have
the
the
fruit
coolest
shed.
parents in the world, and they hang out all the time.